So, what are sea lice then? Why are they so important? Why do we need to know about them? Well, sea lice are these tiny little parasites that attach themselves to the skin of farmed salmon. And if they're left on there for too long, and there's too many of them, they'll eat the fish alive. And they essentially turn them into zombie fish, like these ones, footage that I shot last year. Now that's obviously not great for the fish concerned, but also for wild fish it's terrible, because these farms, when sea lice get out of control, because there's so many fish on the farms, just in that one farm there could be 500,000 or 600,000 fish. And if sea lice get out of control, they produce millions and millions and millions of them, way more than would occur naturally in the wild. And when they come into contact with wild fish, they'll do exactly the same thing as they do to farm fish. They just eat them alive and they kill them. So that's why it's really important that we know about sea lice numbers on salmon farms. The big secret that the Scottish Government's been trying to keep under wraps while I've been arguing with them about freedom of information, it's not that they know what's going on and they hold lots of data, it's that they have no idea what's going on and that they hold no data. £1 billion industry, hundreds and hundreds of salmon farms like this throughout the west coast of Scotland, each one with the potential to devastate wild fisheries locally, and the Scottish Government has no clue, none whatsoever. 4 sheets of A4 paper, less than 0.1% of all the available data that the salmon farming companies hold on to themselves. Just to give you an idea of the damage that these farms can do, potentially when sea lice numbers get out of control, a farm like this, with an average sea lice count of say 5 per fish, will be producing each month billions and billions of sea lice larvae. Now, research shows that it only takes 12 sea lice on a wild fish, juvenile wild fish, to kill it. So that gives you an idea of the damage that they can do. One farm, billions of sea lice larvae, wild fish, 12 sea lice, and they're dead. So if you agree with me that the Scottish Government needs to start putting our wild fish and our environment before the interests of billion-dollar multinational corporations that own these farms, you need to write to your MSP and ask them to do 4 things. Number 1, we want a regulatory framework that's as strong as the best practice out there just now in places like Norway. Number 2, we want independent monitoring of sea lice numbers on salmon farms in Scotland. Number 3, we want legally enforceable thresholds. Number 4, we want heavy financial penalties for salmon farming companies that consistently break the rules and fail to manage their sea lice numbers.